This episode is sponsored by Wondrium. Stick around till the end of the video to learn more about it. Hello brains, let's try an experiment. Open a notepad or type in the comments below and pause this video until you're ready. Write the first letter of your name. Now write the first letter of a pet's name. Now the second letter of your name. Now the second letter of the pet's name. Continue until you're done. Cool, that's multitasking. Now write just your name and then the pet's name. That's monotasking. To monotask, verb is to intentionally focus on doing one thing at a time. It comes from mono, meaning one, and task, meaning task. It's the opposite of multitasking, which is focusing on multiple tasks at the same time. Multitasking was really popular in the 1990s, and employers wanted people who were good at multitasking because it seemed more efficient to be able to do multiple things at once. Because theoretically, you can get more done in the same amount of time. The problem is, as researchers found out, brains actually can't focus on multiple things at once, which is fine if the tasks we're doing don't both require focus, like listening to music while cleaning your kitchen. But if the tasks we're doing do require focus, like responding to emails while we work, what's actually happening is that we're switching focus back and forth quickly between them, and we burn a little time and mental energy every time we do. We also make more mistakes. While we might feel more productive while multitasking because we're doing so many things and moving so quickly, we actually aren't. And researchers at Stanford found that a person's brain doesn't completely refocus on a task or multiple tasks when task switching. This leads to reduced work performance, more errors, and poorer decision making. They also found the more people are interrupted, especially when novelty was involved, the shorter their attention spans become. Not great for those of us who already struggle to pay attention. So if we're trying to do multiple tasks that require focus, we're actually more efficient and more effective if we monotask. So how do those of us who are used to trying to do everything at the same time monotask? Here are a few ways that people do it. 1, use a list and work on one thing at a time. If you think of something else, instead of going to do it, write it down and then go back to what you were working on. 2, block out time in our schedule for each task, and during that time, do only that task. This is called time blocking. It's also what we're doing when we set Pomodoros, which I talk about in this video. We're carving out a specific amount of time and then protecting that time so that we can work on that task without feeling like we're supposed to be doing something else. 3, batch tasks together. So instead of checking our email throughout the day, we would check it twice a day or 3 times a day. 4, organize days or weeks by themes. I do all my laundry on Sundays, for example, because if I try to do it as needed throughout the week, I will absolutely forget that I'm doing laundry. And 5, dual class our monotasking. When doing one thing at a time feels too restrictive, hi, we have ADHD, we can pick 2, like doing math homework and reading. If we get bored of one, we can switch to the other. Get bored of that? Switch back. It's kind of like dual classing in D&D. It might take longer, but it's great for those of us who need more variety. We need more research on this, but I also find that fidget toys help me not pick up my phone because I'm already holding a thing. If you'd like to learn more about monotasking, I've linked to some great resources in the description below. And now, a word from our sponsor. One of the things I'm planning on monotasking next year is writing a book, and Wondrium is helping me learn how to do it. I've talked a lot about Wondrium on this channel before. It's the rebrand of the Great Courses Plus, and it's designed for curious brains. Whenever I want to learn something, I check there first because they have a ton of courses, and anything I want to watch is included in my subscription. How-tos, tutorials, documentaries. Wondrium is where you can find the answer to pretty much everything you've ever wondered about, and they're constantly adding new stuff. I went looking for a course on writing, and I found one specific to writing creative nonfiction, which is what my book is going to be. Part memoir, part how-to. It was kind of perfect. I'm halfway through the second lesson, and I've already learned stuff that is going to save me a ton of time and make my writing better. I've gotten to practice with exercises that have already highlighted challenges I might run into while writing my book. One of the things I learned that kind of blew my mind was this. In creative nonfiction, you have to get creative so you can tell an interesting story, but you're not allowed to make anything up, which is really hard, actually. The professor talks about other ways to get creative with the storytelling instead, and I've gotten so many ideas, I've already started writing my book. Wondrium is such a convenient way to take a course because they're taught by experienced professors, but since it's streaming, you can watch it on faster speeds with subtitles, do the exercises that are relevant to what you're trying to learn, pause it when you get ideas, and rewind it when you get distracted, which is how I learn best. Wondrium is offering a free trial right now, and they're regular supporters of this show, so by supporting them, you're also supporting us. If you'd like to try it out, go to wondrium.com/howtoadhd or click on the link in the description below to start your free trial today. Thank you to my brain advocates and all my Patreon brains for making content like this possible, so that together we can learn how to work with our brains, not against them. Bye, brains!